Hey friends, Jason from Skidmore Ponte Studios here. Today we are going to unbox and assemble the Sovol SV06 3D printer. I was fortunate enough to get this the early pre-order, so it was only $199. I believe right now they're offering it for $249 on their website. And when the second round of pre-orders goes out, it will increase to 3 something. But let's open it up and take a look. So the reason that I ordered this is because it has all of the features that you'd want in like an upgraded Ender. And at the pre-order price, there's no way you could beat that even ordering an Ender 3. So, got some literature in here. Quick start guide. Troubleshooting on the other side. Talks about the bimetal heat break, the auto leveling, and all that good stuff. User manual. And a little flyer to review the product if you like it. So I seen Joe telling me to put one of these together on live. It didn't seem too hard. It's mainly assembled already. Here we got the controller, arm for the filament spool holder, power supply and stuff. Looks like it's already attached, but wrapped in bubble wrap. You get your voltage selector. It's at 230, so we're going to put it on 115 for United States. Oh, well, there's the power supply. This is what I'm talking about. So for United States, you have to switch this over to 115 volt. That's what we use in the US. So I believe this is a mean wall. It is not a mean well power supply. So here is the Z and X axis. You can see that it's got the rods similar to like a Prusa, a belt driven, 2 Z screws here. It has a feature where it will self-level the Z or the X gantry. So that'll be interesting to check out. Alright, the spool holder. A little bit of sample filament. Power cable. In here, looks like we got a tool set, scraper, and a little spatula. Hardware. Pretty standard toolkit. Flush cutters. wiring card, an extra nozzle, and another wrench, and some zip ties. Sure, all that will come in handy. There's the hot end. Looks like it has a ribbon cable. And the last thing in here is the base. So, base also has rods like, you know, in a Prusa or whatever. This has the same build volume as Creality V3. Has built-in bolt tensioners already. Should be pretty straightforward. I believe that's everything out of the box now. So. Okay. Foot pads. I don't really like all that. Wish it was a little bit better, but the rubber feet do keep the thing from sitting on the cables. So let's see here. Let's quick start guide. Didn't say anything about bolting it together. User manual. Let's jump to 4, which is assembly. So gantry base, control box, display, power, extruder kit, filament holder. Looks like we got everything. So the first step is to install the gantry onto the base using the M5x50 bolts right there, labeled. Nice. So if you're familiar with like an ender kit, they have to bolt up from the bottom. This looks like these bolts go straight into the side here, which is awesome. I mean, anything to make it easier, right? There are also small cutouts here to line these up. Don't forget the lock washers. Wouldn't be the first time I put something together to have to take it apart, put it back together. If you ever worked on cars or motorcycles as a hobby, you know the pain of that feeling. Get everything all together and find like 4 bolts that you had left over. You're like, where do these go? So, Cura Slicer does not have a profile for this machine yet. Neither does Prusa, obviously, slicer, but Sovol does have their own slicer that had some settings. It's like an offshoot of the Cura Slicer. Um, but they do send a little micro SD card with some files on it so you can run a test print. So once we get that set up, we will run the test print and leave the live going with the test print going. Then I'll work on making some videos on building a profile for this. I don't know if Joel, the 3D printing nerd, was going to keep his machine or if he just built it. I think he said he was building his. I'm going to do a giveaway later. Step number 2, install the display. So it's showing here the screws for the display are already screwed into the side of the machine there. So we're just going to have to take those out. Actually, I misspoke. It just slides on there. It's like a picture frame where it goes over the bolt head and then slides down. You have 2 angles that you can pick from. We'll go with that. They have made this incredibly easy to set up. All right. Install the power supply on the right profile of the machine gantry with the 2 4x20 screws. Right there. So for this, it looks like we're going to go through these holes right here. And this is going to line up with these bolt holes right here, I believe. So I'm recording this right now on my laptop and live streaming TikTok on my phone. I was going to do that backwards. I was going to try to live stream it on YouTube, but I just started my YouTube channel and I have to wait 24 hours before I can stream anything. So you can find me on all my social media at the same handle: YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, of course TikTok. That's not lining up. There, we got it. Okay. Butterfingers. That step is done. So, power supply connects right underneath here. I'm going to go ahead and assume that that's my extruder motor. Yep, Z2 it's marked. The screen, when I watched Joel's live stream, he had to plug it into port 3 there. Okay. Z-axis number 1. one is marked X. So the next step is to install the extruder assembly kit right here. So there should be 3 M3x5 right there. Those tiny ones. Seems like they're going to line up with these brass fittings right here. And the mounting points are here, here, and there. These are tiny. I think Joel might have pre-assembled his a little bit before he took it out of the box. So I don't remember him doing this step. I definitely don't remember him fumbling around with tiny screws. That must be the difference when you have a big production team and a bigger YouTube. You get people to pre-assemble some stuff for you. But so far, we are a one-man show here. All right. Please turn the aircraft switch on the control box hanging plate to the left from the locked state to the unlocked state. It does look like an airplane. So let's unwrap that. And where is that exactly? Oh. Actually talking about right here. So it has a locked and an unlocked position. Okay. Then this bolts onto there, slides down, and then you lock it. Well, that's easy enough. Install the control box on the hanging plate. You just did that. Install a filament plate on top of the machine. So the filament holder is next. That just goes right here. With the 2 remaining screws. So looking at my timer over there, we're only 20 minutes so far. That's not bad. Relatively painless so far. Even faster if I didn't misplace tools, wouldn't it? This is not normally my format for doing this. Usually do it down in the workshop, but here, a lot cleaner, a lot more space. I'll move it down there later, clear out some room for it. Okay. Spool holder. Like a standard Creality one. And now we have to connect all the rest of the lines there. Power, did that already. Voltage switch, did that already. Z-axis 1 and 2, did that already. X-axis to the motor under here. Excellent. Ribbon cable. There's one zip tie here we're going to have to cut. All right. And this will plug into the top here. Quick and painless. Now we're ready to put power to it and turn it on. Okay, got power to the screen. It says it's ready. So press the knob, go to main, bed leveling, and auto Z align. So it comes up here, and these have two stoppers on the top of the Z axis. And I guess that aligns it, right, so that it's easier to tram and that this stays level. There is no adjustment on the bed. It's a solid mounted bed. It does have a PEI flex sheet on it. And we have a electronic probe there, like on a Prusa, a Pinda probe. So okay. Away. Hopefully we won't be needing any more of these tools. Machine will auto home first, then the entire X-axis will rise to the top for calibration. So first it auto homed. Now it's going to align the Z auto alignment. So here we have test filament. Hold that right at the top there. Boom, 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 boom. All right. That's a trick I use on my enders all the time. This one does it automatically now, apparently. Now we are re-leveling. Rehoming. Yes, rehoming. Taking a while. So it also comes with a cheap 8 gig memory card. It loads in the back here though. And the USB connects in the back at the top of the control box. So it has a separate power and control over here. Just the wiring runs underneath. Okay. Click bed leveling, auto home, preheat, auto home. Bed leveling, auto home. Homing requires machine to heat up automatically. Yes, proceed. Printer halted. Please reset. Ooh, that's not a good sign. All right. Let's recheck everything. Make sure connections are good. Tight. Everything appears connected correctly. Let's try again. Okay, ready. Bed leveling. Auto home. Proceed. Error. Minimum temp E1. Printer halted. Please reset. Dang, we got a bad extruder. I mean, I could have missed setting up something. Pretty sure everything connects through that ribbon cable on the extruder kit. Alright. Okay, we got a troubleshooter here. Got 45, change filament, setting up, slice and save file. move the Z up so I can get a look at it here. Make sure everything is connected well. Everything seems correct. There's something here that's not connected. Let's try removing and reinstalling this. Check for any bent. Oh, there's a bent pin. I bet it's that pin. So, I don't know if you'll be able to see, but right there next to that clip, if I can point it out, this tiny screwdriver, the pin that should be right there is bent. So we're going to have to do a little bit of surgery and get the try with the screwdriver a little bit. Okay, I think I got it. So we'll try plugging this back in. Carefully, very carefully. Straight down. Boom. All right, one more time. Third time's a charm. Powered up. Now it didn't have any errors with that bent pin. You would think that it would show you some kind of error. So we're gonna go to bed leveling, auto home. It's telling me it needs to heat up automatically. Click proceed. And now it's heating, no error. So that bent pin on the top of this ribbon connector was the issue. I don't know if I bent it on accident installing it, but all sorted. Appears to be no worse for the wear. So now we're just waiting for the bed and the extruder to heat up, and then it's going to do an auto level. $119 degrees. Okay, so the extruder has heated to 120, and the bed is at 47. It needs to heat up to 60 C to start this process. $50 C now, almost there. So while this is heating, as I was saying, there doesn't seem to be any profiles for slicers yet. They do talk in this guide, after you've prepared everything, to add a printer, double click to install Sovol, so they have their own version of a slicer. I did download that earlier a profile that's included on the memory card that they sent, and you can load that and update the profile that way. So we are at 121 and 161. Says it's ready, so hopefully it will start auto homing soon. Or maybe I have to tell it again. I had to tell it again. I thought it would automatically heat up and then home, but it's just telling you it needs to preheat before it homes, and then it wants you to auto home it. So just about ready to start something. I don't know. Looks like they sent a little benchy on here. We'll see how long that takes. Like I said, if it's a couple hours or whatever, then I'll just let it run, let the live keep going, and we'll watch it do benchy. Well, I don't. I got other things to do. Okay, ready? Let's print from the card. So we have test.g code, dog.g code, 3dbenchy.g code, user manual, software, and drive. What is the test? Let's try that first. Test.g code. So now it's going to heat the extruder to 175. So I think it was a week or two ago when someone on TikTok was talking about this machine and how it was going to be coming out and doing a super pre-order price thing. So I went and I checked out their website, and I was able to get one in the first round. So in the first round, it ended up costing me $199 plus shipping for this, with a flex PEI sheet, auto leveling, bimetallic heat break, belt tensioners built in, double Z access, silent motherboard. Well, she's not as quiet as my Enders with the silent motherboard, but it is not extruding anything. What's going on here? I mean, that's moving along pretty fast, but she's not extruding anything. All right, let's stop that. Let's try change filament. Preheat PLA. So now it's going to heat to 185. So it does have auto filament change in here. That's pretty nice. So ejecting it, old filament. Let's cut a new bevel on this. It's pretty square. Can't forget the basics, right? When you're 3D printing, bevel your filament at 45. All right, now it seems to be loading. Purge more. Well, that's not a good look, is it? Purge one more time. Seems like it is struggling. Let's tighten the extruder down. Clicky, clicky. That's not good. They ship it to me with a clog? Alright, so this thing should be rated to 300. Prepare, temperature, nozzle. Yeah, let's take it up to 300 and see what happens. And then we'll try a change filament. Maybe need to heat up whatever's in there. Hopefully, this fixes it because I really didn't want to have to take away apart this hot end that I've never worked on before. It's heating quickly. We're at 290 already. 297, 300. So wait for filament to unload. All right, it is unloading. Oh, yeah, I see some black filament coming out of there. That's a good sign. Oh, come on. Well, if it's got a clog in the heat break, that's really crappy. It does not want to push anything through that extruder. We did have some black filament ooze out of the nozzle, so I'm assuming that the clog is higher up. That sounds really gritty too. Not bad. All right. Prepare. Move Z. Well, let's move that to all the way up to 250. We're gonna have to do some surgery on the top. We did have some more filament. It was out right there. So it's saying our nozzle's still at 300, but now I can't pull this filament out, which is also not a good look. You puffing smoke at me? Hmm? I don't think the clog is in the nozzle because there has been a lot of stuff that dripped out of the nozzle, but we're gonna try anyway. I mean, that seems to be going all the way up in there. Let's try moving the extruder to see what happens. Oh, what the heck? So the filament is wrapped all the way around this extruder gear. So did it not even go into the hive? Here, take that out. Shove this down and through there. Put this back in. This is plastic. We don't know how long that's going to last. Alright, so the only other extruder I have like this is my Bondtech one, and it says to screw this all the way down, back off for 1 to 2 turns, depending on the filament. So we're going to give that a try. I'm going to screw this, press that spring all the way down. I'm going to clip this again at a 45. And then we're going to try to load this in here. Hey, there we go. All right, so slight bit of user error on my part, maybe. I didn't have the extruder spring tightened enough, and it got wrapped around the gear instead of extruding like it should have. So it is bubbling a little bit because it's still at 300 because I was going to try to clear any clogs in there, but I think we're good now. So back to the main. Prepare. Auto home. Preheat PLA. Take her back down to 185. This is weird. Maybe that should be like that. So now the bed is heating again to 60. Temperature of the hot end is going to 185, and we are going to, after it homes again, we're gonna try running the test print one more time. See how that goes. Uh, so it was not, after all, a clog. I had not tightened the extruder gear spring thing here that adjusts the tension. I didn't tighten that enough. So when I fed the filament in the first time, it just wrapped around the gear and got stuck. So print from media, test, test.g code. From the pattern it was trying to draw earlier, it looked like it was trying to do like a square. Probably some just squares on the center and then the four corners just to make sure that the leveling was good, is what I would imagine. And then we can either print the Creality Dog or we could print a Benchy. I've never printed a Benchy, so I think we'll just do that. And then I'll leave the TikTok live going while it's printing the Benchy. Man, that almost sounds like sand on those rods. So I've never had a printer like this with the rod system. Those are just loud bearings, maybe? Hey, there we go. It's too high though. Way too high. Way too high. That's, yep, that's way too high. Right, we are really far off there. Home offsets, probe offsets. Oh, we skipped a step. And level bed. All right, so let's go back to bed leveling auto home. Click probe Z offset. Okay. Bed leveling. Prepare. Preheat PLA. Okay. Bed leveling. Auto home. Okay. Reading is important, ladies and gentlemen. Reading is important. Reading and then comprehending what you read. So, after a machine does this round of autocloning, you have to go back to probes the offset to adjust the distance between the nozzle and the hot. So, when do you recommend the sheet paper test? And I have a printer right back here that has paper in it. I'll be darned, look at that. Oh wait, perfect, eh? All right. Now, bed leveling probes the offset. What they mean is to adjust this down until you're doing your paper test. Okay. So about 1.05. 1.1, that's good. After adjusting, don't forget to click store in the settings. All right. Main. Configuration. Oh, main. Leveling. Store settings. Now, level bed. Now, it's going to measure 25 points and build the mesh. Then we can run a print. Still, not too bad. We're at an hour. It's about 25 to 30 minutes maybe of assembly time. And then me dorking around and not paying attention too well while reading the setup instructions. But hopefully this is the last set. We'll do that test print again because it looked quick, like wasn't gonna take very long, and then we'll run the bench. And I will let that benchy go on TikTok Live and see how it does when it's over. When it's over, that's when I fall in love again. But yeah, this thing almost looks like Ender and a Prusa had a baby. And this is all it came out. Or maybe a Feistek and an Ender. So now Feistek has that Prusa clone for 350. You still have to print some parts, but it's a pretty good deal. Seen one person that reviewed it who also had a Prusa. That would be Stephen Lightspeed. He said it was a good machine, and that it was almost identical to his Prusa. He couldn't tell the difference software-wise. There were a couple of hardware changes that he made and put some like original parts on that he had, or he upgraded to some Bondtech stuff where he had it. But other than that, he said it's almost exactly like his Prusa MKS that he has. Okay, ready again. Let's try again to print test.g code. This is the test that came loaded, preloaded on the card. So it's heating up to nozzle 175, beds at 60. I think footprint right wise though, this is gonna take up a little bit more space than my Ender 3. But kind of hoping that this is more of a set it and forget it machine. Enders are fine now and with good to learn on. But I'm hoping that this will be a good replacement for any words that come in on the Etsy store. I just want to be able to hit start or have my kids hit start and kind of spit out a part. I know there are several more expensive options available, like the bamboo labs that everybody's going crazy for. But my shop isn't that successful yet. If it gets that way one day, we'll see. But for right now, under $200, this seems like it's good so far. And even maybe at the 250 price point, I mean, I don't have a modern Ender to compare it to, but that looks much better. Such a gritty sound, though. Not bad. Speed-wise, she's humming quite along. So you can reverse engineer some of these G codes when you get them. You can save a profile built from the G code. At least I know you can in Prusa Slicer. I'm pretty sure you can do it in Creality Slicer as well. So that's going to be something else I'm going to look at while I'm trying to build profiles for this new machine. Because this speed seems good for this test print. And the first layer is okay. It might be slightly high. Seems like there's a little bit of gap in between some of the lines that it's laying down where they're not like fully squishing together. So that could just be me. And I could have to set it a little bit lower on the Z offset. I don't know if this has on-the-fly tuning for the baby steps for the Z. I didn't see it earlier when I was looking for it. You can change the probe offset, but it doesn't have like a Z baby step. Looks like they definitely have Z hop on. As far as the fans go, this power supply fan is a little bit loud, but I can't even really hear the other fans running. So I adjust the Z down another half of a tenth of a millimeter. Well, yeah, or half a thousand. I'm sorry. So the total offset is 1.15. That's where I have it at right now. Looks all right. This is 31%. So this may only be like a single layer to measure or something for the accuracy. So we're 5 minutes in and it's 48% out. So man, that bed sliding back and forth, and when it's moving on the X, it sounds just like it's crunching sand. It's just like, I don't know. There'd be any way to hear that maybe on the phone. I might move the phone close enough. Just real gritty kind of sound. And the rods look a little dirty now. Maybe I gotta wipe them down. Here's the sound of this fan. Not too bad. The hot end fans. Really quiet. $77 on the test print. This hair, man. Ooh, just got a haircut too. Crazy. 94%. And sometimes you just love getting down there close, staring at it. Especially when it's just starting or about to finish. So it seems like it's just a brass nozzle on there. They did send an extra brass nozzle with it. After I mess around and get a profile set up, I'll probably throw a Bondtech CHT nozzle on there. Uh, should be compatible. I also have a couple of the hardened Bondtech nozzles. So we'll see which one works out best for it. I might keep it at 4 millimeters for a while. Then I'll put a .6 nozzle on there later, just like what I have on the rest of my machines. It's a pretty good balance between speed and quality. I like it. Like this was printed with a .6 nozzle in ammo and 3-color filament. So this is from Flexi Factory. It's the robot eye. It's sticking a little bit on the inside because I forgot to tear out 2 supports when I sliced this one into it. So The color looks good. The detail is pretty good. The 0.6 nozzle. Also did, the big ghost back there and the skeleton hand. All of these are actually printed with 0.6 nozzle. There's little candy corns. I'm trying to Sarah prints. Design these. These are pretty cool. Radical. And of course, the skeleton hand back there is Flexi Factory, and these guys are Flexi Factory with a 0.6 nozzle. .24%. Well, maybe that's not percentage time remaining. Maybe that's like how full the card is. I don't know. I thought this was going to be a small test, like, a little calibration cube or squares to make sure that your bed is level, but seems to be a little bit more in depth than that. And I don't know how this counter works. Like the progress counter, it says 3.36%. And that was just at 90 something percent. So maybe that's like the percentage of each layer. Could be the third layer, 41%. And that's interesting, but I mean, it would be a good tool to resume a print from. Like if you had a print that failed halfway or something, and you needed to print the top half and glue them back together. That's a really good tool. It stopped on layer this number at 50%. I've never seen that yet before. Pretty neat. Seems like there's some small flecks of black in there. I don't know if that's just extra stuff coming out of the nozzle with like their test filament that they used with black, or if it's just debris in this filament or what, but that was loud. Like not machine loud, but like gritty. Like I said, it sounds like there's sand in there. I should have played some music. Can you guys hear that when that thing moves? I mean, I'm probably doing a machine movement at like 100 and something millimeters a second, but still. My other machines with the V wheels, they don't sound like that. Smells like a new printer. This says 0.484%. I'm almost convinced that's layers. Therefore, 85%. Interesting. So we're 15 minutes into a print that I don't know how long it's going to take. I don't know if we should end this video here. We'll let it roll on. What do you think? There's no one in the comments to let me know. That'd be interesting if it was like a fan housing or something for this machine. Like, here you go, upgrade your fan. It's just got those small side spinning 210 fans in there. Or 2010 fans. What do you want to call them? 2010. Now it says 5.14. I'm 98% sure now that's the layer height, or the layer that it's printing, and what percentage it's at. So let's let this do this last layer, 5. It's at 20% now, and then I'm gonna stop this, and I will print the benchy. I will let that run on TikTok Live, and then I will stop this video, and we'll come back at the end of the benchy and see where we're at. Sounds like a plan to me. We're at layer 5, 36%. And then while this is doing its benchy, I can pick up my kids from school, take them to swim practice, and then I'll come back and I'll start working on a profile for this thing. I'll try to base it off of kind of like the speed setting I have for my Ender 5 Plus that's been modded, somewhere in between that, and I'll try to pull whatever information I can out of these G codes, and we'll see where we end up. And then maybe we'll start printing, store stuff tonight. My daughter, like I said, she's on the swim team. This is their last week of practice for the season. She's got a meet coming up on Thursday, so I've been thinking about printing these dual color flexi turtles, and we'll get them out all the girls on the team. And I need to do about 40 of them, and I maybe got 12 done, so might recruit this printer to start printing frogs as well, or turtles, I mean. Yeah. Then I would need another roll of the same filament, wouldn't I? And I don't think I have it. I don't think I can get it in time. I might have to go to Micro Center and see if they got something like that in stock. All right, we're on layer 6 at 12%. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop this, and I'm gonna stop this video right here. We will start the benchy, and then we will come back when the benchy's done. Benchy will be printing on TikTok Live under Skidmore Bonsai Studios, and we'll check back when it's done. Different spatula from the other ones I've had. Oof, don't like how it ends to the back like that. Couldn't have made it end to the front. Alright. Textured PEI sheet works good. Print 3D Benchy G code. Alright, so YouTube, we are going to let it do this benchy, and we'll come back when the benchy's done, and I'll show you the results. If you want to see it print live, you can go to TikTok at Skidmore Ponte Studios.